This is Kathy Vivian Fabian speaking to you from the Rose Studio. I'm going to be taking you through a quick tour of some of my art portfolios. I'll do as much as I can. That's a quick way to get these things verified, at least authenticated that they're mine, and have a trace of them somewhere besides my own mind. So, this is Art Portfolio 180826, and let's go. This is the second time around I'm doing it. Now, before I did it, the other one was not in order. This one, however, is in order. So, I'm going to try to get it as close as possible. My images. I'm having a kind of like a little makeshift studio. The trick is to kind of get the whole image in it, because I didn't get it. I'll work later with if it's dark enough. Because as you can see, the first sketch is very, very light. Okay, let's go. Whoa. As I was saying in the other video, I have a difficulty finding a way to get an easel or something so that I could flip these books pretty clearly without having to stop and lift up each and every time I flip it. I'm kind of, like I said, this is a makeshift business, so I'm a little bit worried that the camera will fall. Now I've got the cord on my neck. These are artwork that were created around the turn of this century. That's around 2000 mostly. And they were started then, and I've just gotten the opportunity to finish them in the last couple of years. These are some of the missing artwork that I have been looking for, and they were quite hidden before. They were actually in piles in different places, I think, and one was my mother's wine cellar, which they were in a corner. When my parents passed away, I got this. Needless to say, they were in good condition because it was a wine cellar, and the temperature was pretty cool. But the books, thank goodness they were originally in the original books. They, however, were quite dusty, and they had to be cleaned up. One of the things, I had a curator come to talk to me about them, and she said to really tidy them up before anyone will take them seriously. One thing, they don't need to go through things. If you can't go through them, why should someone who doesn't know you go through them? Get rid of all the things that are obviously damaged, the blank pages, okay? If they have some edges that are curled, uncurl them, please. So that's as far as we got. And then finally I started doing these things. I took a good nice soft eraser and was getting rid of some of the blemishes, and I realized that I didn't know how to store them. So I made a makeshift portfolio, actually, of the covers of the books that they were in, the sketchbooks that they were in. But they looked awful. Flash forward a couple of years, and I still have these. I received these possessions in my house, and they're all untidy in my archives, which I have them. And I'm just one day casually going into the art store Dessert to look for something else, and I happen on these portfolios, which they say, eureka! This is just what I want for my art. So I have several different sizes, and I've been slowly amassing these different kinds of sketchbooks and putting them in the way they do, according to the way I was taught, according to size, and whether the subject is 1 or 2, as much as I possibly can. Which is, it's not always easy to figure out what to do, but I do it. Just a second while I switch the pad. It's now horizontal. I wish they were all horizontal. It looks like to be easier. Nope. And the light, of course, is now creating a shadow. But I just want this for the first time recorded so that I have a record of what I did to begin with. I've gotten all sorts of fancy materials and places to work, and just as fast as I got them, they left, but not before someone took the credit and signed my work. I would ask clearly for the people that did that, now that it's a long time afterwards and you're not really interested in the art of it, to please give me back the credit. Okay, this is the first pad. I'm going to stop for a minute and I'll start going the second and see what happens.